Hey, Kool-aid Krew, what is cracking? Somebody give me a 5 for 5 and we'll get going. But as you guys do that for me, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys kind of a rundown of what's happening. Guys, we've had a G3 to a G4 solar storm hit yesterday. Depending on where you look, we will definitely go over that. You can see we are now getting hit once again. And we're back up into storm level, by the way. So we'll go over this a little bit more in detail. Guys, check this out. This is today, okay? This is some more storms. They're blasting off the sun again. We are now getting hit. Hold on one second. Once again. Sorry about that, guys. And we're sorry about that. Anyway, so yeah, so we got these blasts coming, and it's going to send us into some more geomagnetic storming probably. Some of these are going to miss, some of them are going to hit. But yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting. Also, guys, we got some exclusive Aurora photography from Northeast Colorado. Check these out. I'm just going to give you a little snippet right now. I got a time lapse that Gary had sent me from Evolution Studios. He's one of our subscribers. He's a Kool-aid Krew here, and these are he sent them to me, and I got a time lapse I'm going to show you of Aurora. Instead of moving from east to west, moving west to east. These are unfiltered. These are like just like if you went outside, bam, put your camera up, that's what you see. So yeah. So thank you guys for everybody that's been sending me these things. These make a big difference because I think it helps people understand what's going on. Also, guys, 2 good size coronal holes. Holes in the sun's atmosphere. What y'all think about that? Everybody, you know, people who have been here for a minute already know quite a bit about those because I talk about them quite often because it's space weather, right? But I would highly suggest you stick around till I can show you those time lapses of the Aurora. It is amazing. Okay, I'm not gonna. There's the snippets of it here. I just wanted to give you guys a taste of that so you know what we got going here. Not only are these red, which means it took a harder hit to get those because they are red. These are nitrogen molecules that are reacting to highly charged particles hitting them from the solar storm. Okay? So with that being said, nitrogen kind of lives a little bit closer to the surface. And so it takes a little bit of a harder hit to really excite those particles. And when they're trying to get back to their nominal state or their resting state, that's when they put off the color. That's just a little bit of Aurora physics, I guess. But I'm not an Aurora, I guess, scholar by no means. But I do know some stuff about it. I do understand what Aurora is and how it works. But when we get into talking about are they moving the wrong direction or not, I did some research on that today, and we're going to talk about that. So, okay, guys, look. Right now, we are not in any kind of storm level at this second. Now, I couldn't have said that a half hour ago. Okay? Because we were. This right here, yeah. So here we go with this. This is a significant hit. And guys, I talked about this multiple times. I'm trying to go down the middle here and just tell you guys exactly what I think is going to happen. Just kind of throwing out, the tendency to kind of bring things down a little bit or playing them up a little bit. I don't want to have any kind of biased opinion here. And it's a very difficult thing to do when you're looking at this stuff. Because you get an initial feeling for things and then you just want to stay with that. Even if you, at the end of it, you might not really feel the same. So that's what I'm attempting to do from now on. I'm not always going to succeed at that, I promise you. But, I'm still going to give you my opinion, and here we go. I don't think any of us can really give an opinion unless it has a little bit of bias, right? I mean, that's why it's an opinion. That's why it's my opinion or your opinion. People get really upset about that kind of stuff, and rightfully so on some things, I will say. When we're talking about stuff like this, we need to make sure that we're going right down the middle as much as we can. Because it may, when you don't, and then things don't pan out the way that you said they were going to, people stop listening to you when you do that multiple times. It's better to have a little bit of patience and get it right. You know what I'm saying? So don't, anybody out there is trying to share this kind of information, please exercise some patience. Anyway, so I do want to show you, well, I guess what I'll do here, because I want to go over this right here in particular, because we did get to a G4, guys. Okay, I know you're not seeing it here. You're not going to see it here, because these are 3-hour data plots. Now, I'm not sure the exact, how can I say this? How can I say this? I'm not sure exactly what they use as far as an official storm, who gets to decide what indice we use, right? We always use the KP. But what I'm showing you guys here, this right here is the KP, and it's today. I should have been able to take it back further, but I can't right this second. But yesterday on the HP, let's see if I can't do it here. This is in German because this is a German website, guys. Oh, here's one. Can I go back further? Let's see. Yeah, good luck reading that, wages. Anyway, maybe it's here. Can we go here? Can we go here? Come on. Aw, yeah, you gonna let me down, ain't you, people? Yep, there it goes. It's gonna let me down. It's gonna let me down, man. I just want like an overall view, because there is one like that, and I forget which one it is. Maybe if I just keep, nope. Is it here? Maybe. Anyway, it's not that important to actually show you that this right here is right now. This is the storm that just hit us. It got us at G2, almost a G3 level. Okay. Yesterday, if you were to see it a few hours before this, it was at an 8. Okay, the 30-minute average was at an 8. That's a G4 storm. We stayed there, I think, for like 30 minutes to an hour, and I might have even been able to show it to you yesterday. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look at my live stream. But with that being said, yeah, we did. We got to a G4 there for a second. So. We're kind of splitting hairs, I guess, if you want to go that way with it. But the difference between a G3 and a G4 is not the same as if you're talking about the difference between a G1 and a G2. The things that happen, the amount of, I guess, I don't like using the word severity either. The severity is stuff that happens. I'm just going to use it just because, yeah. Between a G1 and a G2, you're not going to see as much in there as far as severe. Now you go jumping up to a G3, and then now you're talking at a higher level there, and each little step up is actually more and more and more and more and more severe as far as raising in like a percentage value. So from a G1 to a G2, just to throw a number out there, maybe it goes up 30% in severity. But if you go from a G3 to a G4, you're jumping probably 80 in comparison. That's what I'm trying to say. So, and the same would be if we were talking between a G4 and a G5. So that's why it's not so much splitting hairs when we get up here, because any kind of minute movement in this area will affect us more than what it would in a minor movement down here. A good way to show that to you guys is anything between 0 and 3 here, we don't really even know it's happening. You hear anybody else coming on here and saying, hey guys, we got to a KP of 3 today. No, nobody's going to say that to you, because it's irrelevant to most of us. You know what I mean? So that's the difference, is what I'm trying to say here. And if I confused a lot of people there, I'm sorry. I can see how you can be confused. I kind of went around in circles there a little bit. But anyway, now this is the NOAA model again, and they have not updated this thing again for days. For the life of me, I don't know why they aren't, especially during stuff like this. I really wish that they would. I showed you guys this in my last live stream. This was created back on the 11th. So, yeah. So half this stuff is probably already past us. Well, today's the 13th. It definitely is. We're actually right there in time now. This is 2 days old, this model is. So it's almost like, why are we even looking at it? You know what I mean? So I'm not even going to waste time on it. That is kind of what happened, though. I will say that. That's very similar to what happened. You know, we got the CMEs that popped off here. Okay, a couple of them. But we had more behind it that this thing isn't showing you right now. So I don't know exactly why they wait that long. But one thing I do have a lot of respect for them here is the fact that they will change this if it needs changed. Okay? They're not afraid to change that to make it, you know, if they get better data in, or if the data started showing something a little different, they change it. You won't get that on a lot of other models. A lot of times they'll just show you the model run and just roll right out. So that's just what I'll say there. Now, and something else here too, real quick, guys. I am at, let's see here, we're about 24 or 25 subscribers shy of 61,000 subscribers. I would love to be able to get that today. That would be awesome. My goal is to get to 65,000 by the end of the month, which is a couple weeks, and it's a very hefty goal. I think we can do it, though. I really do. And you know, the only way I can do it is if you guys help me. It's the only way I grow at all. So I know you guys are out there doing it hard, working hard for me. I see it every day, and I want to tell you guys I appreciate that. So, but I would like to get to 65 by the end of the month. That would be awesome. Or at least 61 by the end of, you know, by tomorrow or so. It's only like 24, 25 more subscribers. So, pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You know, I got to say thanks a lot to Adam and Dex. Those guys have helped me more than I could ever say. You guys, the mods here, I got the best moderator crew in the whole world. And I say that with confidence because we all share a lot of the moderators. Okay? The good moderators, and not even just so much, I'm not even trying to say good or bad. What I'm talking about here is this whole community. The moderators, you'll see them on multiple channels. I moderate over on Marfugal TV, right? What happens over there? I moderate over on Ron's channel, Emergency Management Associates. Whenever I'm in there, you know, I'm helping mod, that kind of thing. So we're all circling around helping each other. And I just got to say thank you for that community, guys. It really does make a big difference in all of our channels. So thank you guys for all that. But anyway, and I will be doing another members only stream hopefully this weekend. So I'm trying to get 2 in this week. Already did 1. I do want to do another one. But anyway, here we go. So I'm sorry for all that. I probably should have waited till about halfway through to say that. But maybe I'll just kind of, and I will, if anybody gets memberships or super chats or something, I'll stop about halfway through and tell you guys thanks. So anyway, so we got this happening right here. This is magnetic pressure. Okay, this is a magnetosphere. And what you're looking at, guys, the sun's off to the left. And you're seeing our magnetosphere, our magnetic field, basically. I'm not going to go into detail what the difference is and all that. But it creates this magnetosphere when space weather hits our magnetic field. Okay? It stretches out to the back. You can see this. This is the bow shock. First point of contact between space weather and our magnetic field. When you see this much pressure around Earth, you know that we're getting hit. Okay? Because typically, it'll have these lighter colors. You won't see hardly any of this red. It's not unusual to see a little bit of red, but this is pretty intense. Okay? Also, I find this is a little interesting little nugget here, too. You don't typically see that signature. I've seen it before, so I mean, it ain't like we've never seen it before. But you see how it kind of closes up around it? And you get that little bit of less pressure right there. You can see it up here in the density, too. Right about... See how it kind of dips and goes away? And I bet we can even see it on the velocity up here. This is speed up here. So maybe a little there. Don't see it as much. But yeah, so it's just kind of, you know, it's just really interesting to see. So this is what's happening right this second. Okay. So I'll take you back here, and, you know, we are at G2 officially right now. Until you look at this. Latest observed, right this second, we're getting nothing. Okay, pretty much. This is the data that determines that, right? We look at the KP index, and that's what we relate right here, guys. KP of 5 is a G1, and then up, the further up it goes, the more you see, right? The more severe storm levels we'll get. I'm not going to go over what is expected during those kinds of storms. If you guys want to know that, I went over it the other day, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on that because I do it quite often. But it would be here, space weather scales. You can get the, you can just, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will copy that real quick, and we'll throw it down there in the chat. Okay. There. Okay. There's that. So if you guys want to read through the space weather scales, you can click that link and I'll take you right to it. But yeah. So let's go here. Oh wow, you guys got some big, heavy conversations going on in there. Wow. Yeah, those are yeah. You guys are welcome to talk about whatever you want. I seriously, right? I mean, we try to talk about space weather and stuff, but if you guys want to talk about something different in there, just be respectful. That's all I ask. Okay, seriously. I haven't seen anything disrespectful yet, at least what I've seen. Hey, Miss, good to see you. I'm not sure exactly how did you get your second test done yet or not? Email me and let me know, would you? I would really appreciate that. We do pray for you and send you good thoughts and prayers. I haven't heard anything. I haven't had a whole lot of time, guys. My daughter's school went on lockdown today twice for legitimately credible threats. It was pretty scary, to be honest with you. Yeah. Stuff getting posted out there on Snapchat with students' names and everything else. It was a mess. So, yeah. Alright, but we're going to skip past that. We're not going to talk about that. So, this is today, okay? You can see how we got more blasts happening. These are significant, okay? This is an occulter disc. The disc on the camera. We can't see what's, it blocks the main part of the light of the sun so we can get an image at all. So when we start seeing energy pop around the edge here, that's called a halo eruption. It doesn't have to be a halo eruption for it to hit us. But when it is a halo or a partial halo, that means it's either coming right at us or going off the backside. Okay? So if you're standing out in the middle of a field looking at a tornado and the thing doesn't look like it's moving at all, but then all of a sudden it looks like it might start to grow, that means it's probably coming right at you. Vice versa is the same. If you can't see it moving left to right and it starts to get a little bit smaller, guess what? It's probably moving the other direction. But that's not always 100% true. So if you're in that situation, which I hope none of you guys ever are, don't just rely on that. But that is a good rule of thumb. We want to see those things moving left to right to kind of get an idea of which direction it's going. So you can either, if you're storm chasing, go that way, or if you're not, go the opposite. So CMEs are kind of similar when we're talking about this instrument here. This is on SOHO. It's on a satellite. It's 1 million miles closer to the sun. It's right here than what we are. But it is from our perspective. Okay? So that's where all that stuff is coming from. I can take you guys down here and show you all the CMEs individually, right? But I'm not going to because we got so many eruptions, and some of these are we'll have time to talk about, okay? I don't want to waste time talking about those today. I'd like to get into some other stuff first, okay? But I do want to give you the space weather update. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. So with this, guys, these are significant holes in our corona. These are large coronal holes. We see coronal holes all the time, and we see large ones all the time, and this one does fall, these two do fall in that large category. They really are. This is a hole in the sun's atmosphere. What happens is it exposes the sun's surface, and then highly charged particles, plasma, just spews right out. Okay? The atmosphere isn't catching any of it, right? So it's just getting spewed out. Most of the time, these coronal holes just kind of open up on their own. Other times, with bigger eruptions, it can create a coronal hole, or at least start that coronal hole. But this is the 211 angstrom. It's extreme ultraviolet, and it's on the SDO spacecraft, which is a satellite. It's in geosynchronistic orbit, which all it means is it stays over the same part of our planet at all times. And the reason they do that is so it can relay its data almost in real time back down to White Sands. All right, and that's over the western part of the United States, and it does a figure 8 pattern north-south. Okay, it'll go down past the equator, out in the Pacific, but it's doing a vertical figure 8. So in other words, it's basically from our perspective. To say all that, yeah. But if you guys ever wanted to know, all you got to do is go to the SDO website, hit home, and there's a tab on there that says, "Where is SDO?" You know what? Why do I do this? You guys need to smack me in the face. Seriously. I could have just did this. I'm not even kidding. How stupid is that? Why do I do that? I don't even know why I do that. See, look. Here it is. I could have just said, "Hey, guys, here's the satellite. Check it out." It relays its data down to there. It always keeps its eye on the sun, though, so it rotates. Then I could scroll down and say, "Hey, here's the figure 8 pattern. It always stays over this part of our planet because it orbits us at the same speed we rotate around our axis." And guess what? Conversation done. I just explained it all. Yeah, I don't know why I do that. I upset myself when I do stupid stuff like that. Yeah. Sorry. Hey, Trish. Good to see you. Hey, Wise Jen. Hey, thank you for the comment there. Pretty cool. I'm not sure if it's still there or not, but is it still there? Yeah, I guess I could get that one off of there. Just saying, "Hey, Anna. Ain't seen you in a minute. Good to see you." Guys, I haven't been paying much attention to the chat. I'm trying to stay focused, okay? Just so you guys know. I'm not trying to ignore you. But I am trying to stay more focused, so. I don't want to be there. Let's go back down to here. You know what? Screw that. We're just going to open another SDO. Be quicker. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, guys, is I do want to show you this brand new sunspot. It's not brand new. I've been talking about it. This is that sunspot that was on the backside that was blowing big ones off the back. Well, it was that same area. I think that sunspot kind of went away, but a new one's kind of taking its place. So let me show you what I'm talking about here, and I'm going to take you to the colorized magnetogram, and there's a reason I'm going to use this one. Because we'll be able to see polarity, and when we can see the polarity, it lets us see how complex it is. We don't want the reds and blues mixing. When they do, we get a reconnection event, and then you get a flare. That's what happens. So, as this thing does its thing. So, anyway, this is SDO, guys. Same satellite, right? Now, remember, in the northern hemisphere, the polarities are different than what they are in the southern. Right? Because what is a sunspot? It's a kink, pretty much, on a magnetic field line on the sun. Why do we see them in horizontal lines then? That's the next question. I always get that question. And I never knew the answer to that until, I don't know, 3 years ago. I did my channel for 2 or 3 years before I knew the answer to that question. And the answer is because the equatorial regions of the sun rotate faster than the pole regions. So it starts taking those magnetic lines and slowly starts pulling them. Okay? Till eventually they're just pulled almost completely horizontal. So you'll see a migration of sunspots early on in the sun cycle. They're closer to the poles, north and south. You won't see any in the equatorial regions at all. They slowly migrate, and then when they get close to themselves here at the equator, which you can see how close we are here. This is north, this is south. We're progressing on. We're in solar maximum. So what's happening here is eventually we'll have the termination event. The poles will flip. What happens when that happens? New sun cycle, number one. Number two, whatever polarity you were at here in the southern, it's going to reverse when that reverses. Okay, so instead of having blue-red, it's going to be red-blue in the next sun cycle down here. And the same thing up here. Now, I know that Maybe been a little bit of a conversation there, but I don't want to waste too much time on that. But I want you guys to pay attention to this sunspot. Now, this is on the side. This satellite still cannot see it very well, okay? It's getting there, okay? But this thing is now looking at us. I want you guys to see how close these colors are. Now, yes, there's a little bit of a parallax effect even on this, okay? The parallax effect, things seem a little bit smaller on the side when you're looking at a sphere from a distance. And the reason why is it's actually a little bit further away from you when it's here. When it rotates in, it's actually not just rotating from left to right. It's rotating left to right and coming closer to you at the same time. Okay? So when it gets here, it's going to be bigger. You're going to see the original size of it. For those that don't know, that's called the parallax effect. That's true if you're standing in your backyard throwing ball with your kid. Same thing. Okay? So anyway, you can see the reds and blues starting to mix here, guys. That's the whole point I'm showing you that for. This sunspot has already fired 2 X flares. Okay? Well, 1 X flare and 1 almost X flare. I'll just say it that way. This thing is harboring energy for that, and it is continuing to flare. So we're going to have to pay attention to this. These other ones, this one here, everybody should be watching this one, by the way. It's right in front of us. It is starting to become a little bit more complex now. This one wasn't even there 2 days ago. It started right here. We seen Sunspot Genesis right there. Okay, I even showed it to you. As a matter of fact, I can show it to you again. We can do that this way. Watch this. I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let that load. As it loads though, guys, check out these Aurora. Okay? These were sent to me by Gary Mustard, Evolution Studios, Gary Mustard II. He was pretty excited about showing them to me, and rightfully so. These are awesome. These are from Northeast Colorado. Okay? He is a professional, I think amateur or professional photographer. But here's his YouTube channel. Okay, if I can get one of the mods to throw this link in the chat for me, please, if you would, anybody. Doesn't matter who. If you could, just hook me up with that if you would. I would really, surely appreciate that. But so he emailed me, right? Well, he posted a comment, so I told him to email me because he wanted to show me some pics. And he was saying, inside the email, he said he's seen some Aurora going the wrong direction. Right? Hey, Hilly, good to see you. Now, I didn't know that there was a specific direction, or if there is a specific direction, that Aurora should actually be moving. And what he was talking about is this. That, let's see here. Hold on one second here. But yeah, if I can get, yeah, I guess I can do it myself. Copy. There we go. Paste. All right, so there's his link right there, guys. Okay, to his YouTube page. His name's Gary Mustard II, and he's got a studio also. And you'll see that here in just a second when I show you the time lapse. Anyway, I started digging into it to see if they're really, you know, I'm not sure that Gary was actually like knew right away either. When I was talking to him through an email. So he sent me these, okay, and then he sent me. Well, before we go there, I don't want to like get way too far off from this. What we were already talking about. I only went there so we wouldn't have dead air. Where was I at? Where did SDO go? Over here? Okay, yeah. So I wanted to show you guys, well, daggone it, I gotta go back another day there. Daggone it. Sorry about that, guys. What a rookie. Anyway, we'll just do it 3 days. We don't need the 4th. So here's the sun back on the 10th, right? If you guys got epilepsy, please turn your head. for a second while this loads. I'm being serious when I say that. Anybody that's epileptic will know exactly what I'm talking about there. That's why you guys get those warnings when you go see like a Japanese movie. Seriously. Like anime and stuff, all that flashing and stuff can instigate seizures in epileptic patients. But see how there's no sunspot? Watch. Watch, guys. Here it comes. You're seeing a sunspot genesis right there. That thing popped up and flared right away. Okay, now it's right out here in front of us, and it's decent size. It's pretty complex. I wouldn't say it's extremely complex, but you know, you got a main core over here and all that. But at the same time, guys, it's pretty cool to see a sunspot burst like that. I mean, I've shown it to you guys before. It's just really neat stuff. So I'll just say that. Now, so with that being said, I wanted to make sure I showed you that because that was the whole reason for even doing that. So let me go. Now we'll just go back to the Aurora conversation. And for that, I'm going to start here. This is Dr. Tony Phillips' webpage. This is spaceweather.com. He is in my awesome channel list, which Evolution Studios is now also. I'm going to post this in the chat here for you guys. Paste and go. Now, look at that, guys. Now, I don't know if there's a filter on that. I didn't look. That was from Sweden, and Goran Strand is the photographer here. Look at that. And they're calling it Rainbow Aurora. It's awesome. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Good to see you, bud. But this happened during that hit, okay? Now, guys, like I said, you know, we get that little minute movement for a half hour from a G3 to a G4 could be the difference of seeing something like this or something that doesn't even look halfway like that. Okay? So that's why I kind of, you know, went down that road with you. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's an awesome, you know, Aurora photographer. Now, yeah, Dr. Tony Phillips is talking about that same sunspot that I just was talking to you guys about. A large and complex sunspot. Well, we'll click on it. I don't usually click on these hyperlinks, guys, because I like for you guys to come over here and check them out. This is the same view I gave you, but I used the colorized version so you can see the polarities. That's all he's doing there. Okay. So just so you know. Now, again, guys, we're going to be popping in and out of geomagnetic storming. Okay. There's your space weather scales. I already went over that. And I want to show you this time lapse here in a second. But this right here, -6 on the BZ. Whenever we're getting hit like this and we sneak down into -6 or more negative, we most definitely will go into geomagnetic storming. Okay? Now, if we're on the positive end of the BZ, guess what? The opposite happens. Let me tell you something, my Leah. Yes, they are 100% majestic. And let me tell you this, guys. She sent me one of the best Aurora pics I'd ever seen. And then I think J-Paw sent me one very similar a couple weeks later. With the Big Dipper in it. J-Paw sent me one with the Big Dipper and green Aurora, and Leah sent me one with red. It was awesome. So if you guys get Aurora photography and you guys want me to share it, I 100% will show it. I love it. I love the stuff. And I know you guys enjoy it too, because it's just awesome to see. I want to see it with my naked eye one of these days, and I never have. So one of these days I will. But so with that being said, guys, the density and everything, yes, we're gonna continue to see these things hit. Okay, so we got these happening right now. This is the latest. This is today. So without getting into too much detail here, and I guess I will show. I guess I can show you this real quick before I show you that time lapse. Let's do the NASA tracker. Oh, that's another one that just happened. When I started this live stream, there was a CME this way. And it was showing a glancing blow, so that must have just happened. Yeah. Well, I guess it could be that bigger one. Maybe they just now updated it. I don't know. Over here on the NASA one, guys, they tend to just show one at a time. But you know, is what it is. It's good enough for what we're using it for. I guess I can go ahead and just get rid of that too. Okay, so these are the still photographs of the Aurora. Check that out, guys. I mean, it's just beautiful. And I have to say, these are unfiltered, he said. Northeast Colorado at about 3:30 in the morning. Okay, his time. I guess it was, what would that make it? I think he said it was 9:30 maybe? UTC or something like that. But again, Northeast Colorado, and these are the pictures he's getting, guys. I mean, these are, just look at this. I mean, I just stand at awe. Whether you believe in God or a creator or whatever you believe, you got to stand there and just in awe of whoever did that. I mean, it's just wow. You know? Just so stinking cool. Hey, Isaac, good to see you, bud. It is beautiful, isn't it, red wine? Awesome stuff. Hey, Kathy. Okay, so let me show you this time lapse. Okay? Now, you're going to see his logo down here, too. It's Gary Mustard II. Now, check this out. Again, unfiltered. Now, I think it was, what did he say? Was it 30-second or 30-minute time lapse here? But check this out. See that shooting star go across there? Wasn't that cool? Okay, now hold on. I'm going to play that again. Hold on there. So, but you can see a clear movement because he's looking north here, guys. Okay? You can see a clear movement left to right. That's west to east. I did some research. In Aurora, most of Aurora moves east to west. So, what the heck? I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know why. Now, I will say this. We're talking about magnetic field lines coming in, right? So, we got charged particles, highly charged particles coming in on magnetic field lines. It's not like a wave of clouds or storms on the surface of the Earth. Okay? Yes, we know what controls those, you know, upper air jets and things like that. But we're talking about magnetics here. Okay? So, with that being said, I don't completely understand why yet. I'm trying to, you know, become a little bit more educated on this whole subject. Should Aurora move east to west or west to east? Okay? Well, what I can do... hold on a minute here. Give me 1 second, guys. Well, I'll just tell you, and then I'll show it to you in text later. Okay? And we'll just keep watching this for a second. Now, guys, again, that's Gary Mustard II, Evolution Photography. His channel is in my awesome channel list now, okay? So go show him some love if you would. I think he had like 380 some subscribers. Let's see if we can't get that up quite a bit. You know, let's go over there and show some love, support, you know. He's doing a really good job here. So, anyway, and he don't just do Aurora photography either. He's got a lot of photography over there from what I could tell. His YouTube page is brand new to me also. But it does look, I went through it and looked just really good stuff. So we got to help each other, you know what I mean? So if you could, go over and check it out. If you like what he's got, subscribe to his channel. But as I was researching this, Noah was saying that, yeah, east to west is a typical movement from Aurora. So we're not seeing east to west here. And again, guys, these are unfiltered. This is, he said he could look outside with his naked eye and see this. And that's amazing to me. Now, again, guys, we're talking about northeast Colorado. So what that means is he's already at a higher elevation. I believe northeast Colorado has a higher elevation. Yeah. Well, Maybe, maybe not. I have to go look at a topography map. I'm not sure what his elevation is. Because I know, you know, Mile High Stadium and everything in Colorado, but that's not in the same part of the state. So I'm not real sure what his actual elevation is, but you can tell how he doesn't have anything blocking his view here where he's taking these at. I'm assuming it's probably at his house, because if you look, or at least where he lives, pretty close by, you can tell, not necessarily in the time lapse. So let's just see that. Okay, so somebody turned on like his driveway light or something. But yeah, we'll see if we can't catch that. There it is. Check it out. Look at that. Shooting star shooting across there. I love that kind of stuff. I know it's like not like completely unique when we see things like that, but it's unique to me because each one's completely different. So as you can tell, I mean, just look how bright that got. And obviously he stopped his camera and restarted. I mean, you could definitely tell that. But yeah, just really cool stuff, man. I can vouch for Daniel on that one, Kathy. 100%. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but he has a really good, he can remember things. He's good at that. 100% good at that. That's what makes him, you know, when he's talking about things, people should probably listen, at least to what he says. You might not agree with what he says, but at least he's going to tell you what he thinks, and he's going to tell you what he's researched, and he's going to remember what he researched. So, yeah, that's what I would say. Daniel's, I mean, he's got a heck of a memory, that's for sure. But anyway, guys, yeah, so that's pretty cool if you ask me. Would you guys give me a roll call in there real quick? And, yeah, I would imagine, yeah. Yeah. So, I'm pretty sure, hey, Harley, good to see you, bud. But, yeah. Hey, Linda, good to see you. Good to see you. And, guys, I just want to say this, too. Thank you guys for keeping it cordial in the chat. I know, like, because I see a little bit what you roll, Cali. There you go. Ohio, what's up, Tammy? Hey, A-Rod's in the house on the river of Chattanooga, baby. Love it. Texas, baby. Good to see you. It is really good to see you, Lynn. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Diana. Good to see you. Where are you from? Iowa. Love it. Hey, Andrew Lane. Good to see you. Cajun Red from Oklahoma. Thanks for all you do. Well, thank you, Samurai Son. I really do appreciate you. Virginia Doolin. North Cali, baby. North Cali. You might... Hey, Leah, I'm dead serious. Oh, you know what, guys? While you guys are doing that, I can show you the Aurora forecast. How about that? You know, I'm sitting here. What an idiot. I mean, come on. Say, Wages, come on. What are you doing? Show us the forecast. Okay? I mean, matter of fact, it might be on this page where I could actually show you what I was talking about there. This is tonight's forecast. It's going to be further south. I can tell you that. It already has been. So, what I mean by that, watch this. Okay, so I'll run these two models side by side, and you'll see what's already happened and what they think is going to... It's a forecast model. So, I'm just going to pause it. Okay, you see how it kind of, boom, that's when we got to that G2 a little while ago. Now, well, it might be dying off. Maybe I'm wrong here. Hopefully we'll get some more Aurora out of this. I do think we're going to be taking some more hits here, just so you know. Okay, guys? So don't get discouraged. But anybody that even wants to look at or try to capture some of this stuff, you guys should be going out every night for about the next week. Okay? Yeah, I know it's still daylight out there with you, isn't it? Hey, Axe Nacho, good to see you. Guys, please get up there and check out his channel, too. Drop your link, brother. Anytime you want. You guys know that. Hilly, you need to start dropping your link at least once a show in here also. Probiotics mushrooms, yeah, for sure. Gina, what's up? I'm gonna scroll back and say hi. Oh wow, thank you, Orion. Appreciate that. Gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. Wow. What a gift. Guys, tell him thanks. Look at that. That's rocked on right there, guys. Heck yeah. Samurai Sun got one. Who else got them? Let's find out. I ain't trying to be your boss, bro. Hey, Trinity, good to see you. Yep. Just listen. Don't you dare chat again. Unless you got voice to text. Thank you, Cindy Lou. Well, whoever, I think you're probably telling. I ain't gonna post that one, but that was a funny one, brother. Oh wow, love it. Are you trying to be funny or are you being funny? Hey, Let the Sunshine, good to see you. Quebec, Canada. Awesome. You'll see some Aurora for sure. Was that Mist in here? Did I miss her again? Guys, you guys need to get over and check out Mist's channel too. Anybody that's going through like getting testing for, bad stuff and it can still get on their channel and make other people smile, that takes a special person. And that's Miss Dragon. Go check her channel out. I promise you. You won't be sorry. Also, same thing with Trinity. Trinity Red Pill, Blue Pill, Hi Ho Kermit the Frog here. You guys need to get your butts over there. I say that almost every show, but it's the truth. Hey, Costa Rica, Deshri, good to see ya. Yep, Axe and Nacho are great, 100%. One of them's not a guy though, really. Okay, I'll do that, Miss. Let's get some ones in the chat for her though, guys. Okay, please. Always we gotta keep that Kool-Aid Krew at least on the upbeat. Life ain't always gonna be, the best thing going, but we can sure make it the best we can make it. And that's what we do. So when you come here, you're not gonna get anything different, I promise you. I won't allow it. Hey Anna, good to see you. Hey Ron and the Hizzy. Man, I still get chills when I read that comment you sent, brother. It was just, yeah, that's one of the ones I'm saying. I won't even have to save it. I did save it, but I'll never forget that. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate you. For sure. Hey, Broken Fish, good to see you. And again, Orion, thank you so much for that. That was awesome. Awesome for the 10 gifted memberships. Guys, I will be doing a members only, okay? I highly encourage anybody that is a member, please click that notification bell. And the reason why is because I can't schedule members only 2 or 3 days in advance and be anywhere close to that scheduled time. It would take an act of God to make that happen for me, which maybe I should put some ones in the chat for me to be able to get that done. But yeah, no, I'm just kidding. But my life is just so all over the place, right? And I'm doing really good about getting here right around the same time to do a live stream for you guys. But as far as the members only, if I schedule it out too far, I never ever hit the date. Never. It just seems like I'm always in it. I'd rather not do that to you guys. So what I'm saying is put your notification bells on, and I will almost always at least give you a 4 or 5 hour notice. Okay? Sometimes I can give you a day, but I get pretty close around that. Hey, Juvie Joe, good to see you. Oh, Blast. Was that his name? Man, see, my mind does crazy stuff there. No, it's Orion. Okay. I thought maybe that was the gifted membership thing. Okay, yeah, yeah. But, yeah. Thanks, Virginia. Maybe I'll get members only started on time one of these years, right? But we have fun. in the members only, and that's the whole point. We're going to have fun. I am looking at starting up and getting some merch going, guys. And with that being said, members get discounts on that stuff. And I am looking at that. It's just for people who don't know how merch works, you can't just say, hey, go buy this. You have to buy it yourself first and then post it for everybody, right? And you have to figure out exactly what you want. I'm probably going to start off with like coffee mugs, stuff like that, because I know you guys would, might be interested in getting like a shirt or something that has Wages World on it in some shape or form. But I'd rather start with the coffee mug that everybody could, because you think about it, I could put a sun on it, and nobody'd ever think anything different, like if you took it to the office or something like that. So yeah. Oh man, no, I don't have any fetish like that, bro. Matter of fact, I'm like the opposite when you're talking about feet. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't even like to look at my own feet. Heck, I'm so fat I can't even hardly see my own feet. That's a joke, but yeah. Anyway, well, thank you, Mercurian. Cemetery 76, big face. Good to see you guys. Alright, guys, I am going to go ahead and end it. I tell you what, we're going to end it on here. We're going to watch this time-lapse a couple more times as I'm saying good night to everybody. Get over and watch Adam and Dex and get up there and check out everybody. Okay? I can't just keep saying everybody's names. I got in a bad habit of doing that. And was, saying thanks to everybody so much, and people were getting upset. And to be honest with you, I went back and watched some of it, and I annoyed myself sometimes. So, if that's the case, then you know that you need to cut back on that. And I did. And I think I'm finding a pretty decent balance and a good routine here. I'm getting better with the openings and all that kind of thing. And it is helping the channel grow. And you guys are just all about that too. Hey, Bubba News, good to see you. See? Hey, Burgerfish, good night. Hey, Trish, good to see you. I know I already said hi to you, but yeah. Yes, Mark Pyers. Yes, see, guys? Check out Mark Pyers, too. Guys, I mean, I could just sit here and just keep naming channels. I really could. There's so many people in our community, and I consider all those people our community. We don't all talk about the same kind of stuff, but it doesn't mean we all aren't like-minded people. Okay? And what I mean by that is good-hearted, straightforward, like-minded people type of stuff. Okay? And Hilly, guys, your morning Bible study's tomorrow, right? What did Anna ask there? I think you've done a pretty decent job explaining that, Aaliyah, to be honest with you. What was Anna's question? Have you seen the moon from greenish to blue, starting from north-south, changing? It's funny you say that. And let me tell you why. Okay? I will tell you this. First off, I actually went outside a little while ago, like 2 hours ago, right? And I look up and I look up at the moon and it's like extremely hazy, right? But it's humid, right? And it was so hazy, I came and got my wife and told my daughter, hey guys, check that out. I didn't think nothing else about it. But now that you say that, I don't know, maybe there's something going on with the humidity in our atmosphere. We are getting geomagnetic activity hit right now too. So that could change things a little bit atmospherically. But as far as like what Aaliyah said, that's probably a pretty good way to explain it. The atmosphere layers and what's going on in between there and how the light bounces off our atmosphere. And, the conditions in the atmosphere will bend the light in certain ways. And you got to think that our atmosphere is not a, hey, there's a piece of plastic up there and everything's just bouncing off of it. No, it's moving constantly. So, you know, water droplets can get bigger, smaller, and it changes the way we see things. So that's just what I would say there. But I think Aaliyah did a really good job, just straight to the point. Yeah, for sure. Smoke on the water, fire in the sky. That's right, Hilly. Love it. You know, I don't know, John. What I'm saying, guys, is seriously, where I'm at, I'm in Indiana. We're not having any kind of smoke from fires, and the sky was completely clear. Nothing. Clouds, trails, any of that. But the moon was hazy. So I'm assuming it's probably just the humidity. But that was for me. Now, I didn't really notice a difference in color. But it was like, well, it was a little yellow, I guess. But that's, whenever you see the moon hazy, typically it's going to go that color anyway. And it was getting like a dusk. So the sun was kind of really low on the horizon. Yeah, it wasn't completely dark when I seen it. So, alright, guys. I am going to pop off. Here's one more. You guys get over and check out Gary Mustard II, Evolution Photography. Check that out. Aurora moving from west to east. And from the research I just did, a little, short, it was saying most Aurora is moving east to west. So, we might have something a little bit against the grain here. I'm not saying that it's never happened before, because most likely it has. Okay? I'm not saying that. I don't know, is what I'm trying to tell you. I just think that, when we get these bigger storms, we do start seeing things that aren't, like, on the more common side of things. So, but I just think it's such an awesome job there. Unfiltered. I couldn't believe it. Be honest with you. Alright, guys. God bless. Yahusha saves. And as always, you can drink this Kool-Aid.